Lovely to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Nicole Gartrell and I'm the Program Director of HealthConnect Australia, and I work at the Australian Digital Health Agency.
It's great to have you on the show. Finally, after 540-something episodes, we've been Nicole-less, but that has been
I doubt
successful.
You've been Nicole-less. There's many Nicoles.
No, but there's only
name.
one Nicole Gartrell. So tell us a little bit more about what you're doing here at the Best Practice Summit.
So really exciting opportunity today to talk to our GP and primary care colleagues about a national health information exchange called HealthConnect Australia.
Cool. There's a lot of talk about, if you've been following along, health information exchanges and the Australian Digital Health Agency, and now we're talking about HealthConnect Australia. For those unfamiliar with the gaps to connect amongst many of the acronyms that we use within healthcare technology, can you help us plug some of those gaps on that journey of HIE into what is now HealthConnect Australia?
Absolutely. Look, fundamentally, it's about sharing information easily and seamlessly from point to point. So we want to make sure that information can get to where it needs to go, to the person that needs to see it, and ultimately improve patient care. Today, we've done some really isolated, good pieces. We've had My Health Record. It was a revolution of its time. You know, we launched it over a decade ago. It's still doing its thing, but it's a storage box. It's a repository model. It's really about having summary information at the tip of your fingertips. It doesn't actually connect information in a flow. It's really not supporting as much the sharing. It's supporting discovery. It's allowing us to see some information, but we didn't quite get there with unlocking all of the different silos that exist.
Yes.
And we've seen some great, health information exchange products. We've seen them happening in silos. Now it's time for the national agenda to start to unlock some of those and see this happening on a broader scale across the entire healthcare system, not just in one state and territory, not just in one private healthcare organisation.
Yeah, cool. And I love that concept and thinking behind it. And so to be clear then, so this isn't a replacement of My Health Record. They've kind of got their own responsibilities and roles, and it's kind of building on some work that's been done to really plug the gaps about what healthcare needs today. Am I on the right track?
Absolutely, you are on the right track. So
I've been paying attention to the...
You're getting A+ mark so far, Peter. My Health Record is still going to be a very big part of this. And in fact, My Health Record Act in particular is going to really shine with HealthConnect Australia. We had a vision back when My Health Record was initially a concept that information sharing would be happening more broadly than what the product My Health Record actually does today. And so part of what I'm trying to do with HealthConnect Australia and the work of the agency is to be able to realise that original dream, look at the legislation, see how we can use it to support information sharing in a model that not only looks at My Health Record, but looks at some of the other repositories that exist out there and starts to connect them up and see information flowing between them.
Okay, got it. And so then, what's been interesting, I've noticed anyway, across this journey of everyone kind of, the discovery of and working out where HealthConnect Australia fits in within the broader ecosystem, I have noticed a lot of engagement with all the different stakeholders, a lot on my side, with seeing the work the agency is doing with Medical Software Industry Association, because no doubt there's a lot of work for the vendor community to be able to not just do the work once it's available to, like, this is what the thing's going to look like. It feels like there's been a lot of collaboration amongst the process on, like, this is what this thing might need to look like. I guess the reason why sometimes my observation anyway, sometimes that kind of work doesn't get done is because it's kind of messy and hard to do, because then on one hand people want to know, well, what's the thing going to look like? And then it's like, well, we need to work it out together. So tell me about that whole journey of, because we're in that, not a messy middle, but the working it out phase, it still feels like. Or tell me where you feel like we're on the journey of HealthConnect Australia.
So you're absolutely right. We've had an immense amount of support and consultation and stakeholder engagement. And actually, I should probably take this opportunity to say to everybody, thank you. We released a roadmap and architecture last year in draft for stakeholders to comment on, and we got over 500 pieces of individual feedback. Now, that's massive, right? And since then, we continue to engage with software industry, with clinical peaks, with individual consumers. We also just recently set up a clinical working group, which is going to provide us with advice as we, steer this project through to its end. It's been really fantastic to work with people and understand where the pain points are. And you're right, it can get a little bit messy because everybody wants something different. And you're never going to be able to produce something that's going to fit everybody's goals. But we're looking at trying to unblock the fundamentals of the moment. That's where we're starting. So the foundations phase with this program is really about looking at what are the bare minimum national pieces of digital infrastructure we need to put in place to make information flow.
Yeah.
And we're starting with identity. We're starting with a provider directory to be able to find, search, obtain details about healthcare providers in the system. That's comprehensive, accurate, up to date, and it's within your clinical information system. So we're here at Best Practice. Best Practice, I've already said, they're going to sign up and do it. Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
We want this to be able to flow data and information to their system so it's easy for GPs to find who needs to get their referral.
Yeah.
Like, how do they send information to other practitioners today? It's clunky.
Yeah. Well, and this is what I'm thinking too. Like, there's so much work that's happening with the software industry in order to like build the capability into the system so that GPs can use it. The last thing you want to do is build it and then just expect that GPs are going to do it, because GPs have got a few things going on right now that don't need another thing.
I think if I do my job right, this program will not be seen. You will not feel it. You will not see it. It will just work behind the scenes. So if we pull it off right, that's how it's going to function. It's not another portal. It's not another thing to log into. It should feed data into your clinical information system and retrieve data in a way that allows information to flow. And if we haven't done that by the end of the 5-year program, you can play back this podcast.
Reference back to this point.
Hold me accountable.
Yeah. No, it's like no one calls up the Sydney trains or whatever it is, well, I'm from Sydney, but to thank them for having the trains run on time. It's a bit of a thankless job at the time, but at the same time, that's what you want. So, and lastly then, so you're here at the Best Practice Summit, so I imagine that's part of your role here, sharing a bit of a status update to GPs and the community here. Tell me more about that.
So today really is just about raising awareness that there is this big national program that is looking to unblock some of the information pain points, and hearing some feedback as well from them about, what's happening for them in their day-to-day business. Where are the priority use cases that they want us to focus on? Getting some of that validation is really important because we need to make sure that we're solving real problems and real issues that have been faced on the ground.